Hello, YouTubers. I wanted to make a video on I've noticed on basically freeing OSX. Now, this is something I believe came out, I'd say about 6, 7 months ago from the time I'm making this. And I just wanted to throw my opinions around. Usually I don't get into these because these are nightmares. My opinion basically is no. I just don't think I don't see a reasoning. What is going on with Apple that they need to change? Is it for the people who are using Windows now and say, I won't switch to Apple because I don't want to pay anywhere from $600, $700 to a computer and up? Is it jealousy? Is it something because it's not easily obtained? You can't. A person who likes to custom build their computer can't just go and buy a copy of Leopard and throw it on there. Now, of course, that opens up things because I think there are a lot of, piracy is huge in today's world. We all know Apple, back in the day, they did release, which was back in the OS 8, OS 9 days, and it failed miserably and they had to stop. I've seen some videos that have said, well, it's a different time, computers have changed. But I think the key factor is not that computers have changed, it's piracy has changed. I don't think there was much piracy back when OS 8 and OS 9 was out. So when Apple released that would have been the time. Now, if they release it, I could imagine how. I don't think I could put a number on it. A non-opinion or factual number. But I'm sure there'd be a lot of piracy out there. Take an example on YouTube. I mean, I've seen, again, this is wrong for me making an assumption. I've seen 12-year-old kids looking 12 years old, giving Photoshops and After Effects tutorials. How do they have this software? I'm sure there might be some of them that, hey, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, aunt, uncle, brother, might be into that and might actually have a paid version. But come on. What are those chances? Piracy is huge. So if Apple were to open that up, their hardware up to a compatibility list or certain other computers, they would have to put so much security to stop the piracy. Now, granted, there's piracy now. You've heard of OSX 86, you've heard of Hackintosh, but it's sad. And I buy Apple. I just bought a MacBook a few days ago. I'm recording this on this. You pay for quality. And there are choices with Apple. You've got the MacBook, you've got the MacBook Pro, the MacBook Air, the Mac Mini, the iMac, the Mac Pro. There are choices. If you don't like the screen sizes, buy a Mac Mini. Then buy your own monitor and keyboard and mouse. By the time you're done with that, you're paying basically for a computer that you would go and buy at a store. Even some custom builds. I just did a custom build Windows computer for a gamer. It was $1,000. That's a Mac, same price as a Mac. But because it's for gaming, it's like there's no big deal. But because it's Apple, automatically everybody says, "Oh, they're expensive. They're the most expensive thing in the world." I think of it this way, and this is probably a bad analogy, but if I want a Bentley, I'm gonna buy a Bentley. I I'd be very upset if someone took a Ford Escort, took the Escort off and put the Bentley label on there and said, "Hey, this is the new Bentley by Ford." I'd feel gypped. I'd feel gypped if I was running Leopard on unampled hardware. Now, this could be bad. This might be bad. You know, you might be saying, "Well, what's the difference? What's the difference between Apple hardware and if you bought some custom built?" It's here. You know in your head doesn't have the Apple logo. And again, it's choice. I make the choice to spend $1,100 on a MacBook. Yes, I could have turned around, spent $600 on a Windows Vista or Windows XP laptop. That might do the same thing. But it's a choice that I make. And if you want Leopard or any other type of Macintosh OS, you get it. If you're a gamer, you might not get Apple. You go and you buy Windows. I mean, why does it have to be one? Why does it have to be that there's always a war? You basically make your choice on your needs. And I just don't, as far as Apple goes, I don't think they see a need to push out their heart or push out their application or their operating system to other PCs. Why? Why would they do this? What money they have? I'm sure Apple has over $1 billion in the bank. Their company's well over $1 billion. I don't think they have to worry about money. They're not losing customers. I mean, they're not. Have you ever walked by an Apple store? Have you not seen how busy they are? I've walked in King of Prussia, Pennsylvania's mall, and I try to get in the Apple store. It ain't happening. If, they could open it up for choice, sure. But why? There's no need. Why make a change? You have to say to yourself, if you want Apple, pay for the premium. And if this compatibility list stuff, yeah, you might pick hardware. When you put it all together, it's $1,000. You're just buying the same hardware from Apple. I don't know if it's just someone has to have the feeling that they custom built their computer. Mom and Pop don't care. I mean, could you imagine? I don't know any technical support people. Have you ever had where you're on the phone, your technicals for internet access, and you say your hello statements, and you hear an old lady? What the heck do? You put her on mute and say, "Why me?" So now, this grandma goes into Best Buy or Circuit City and says, "Hi, I need a computer." They're already confused when you talk about megabytes and RAM and all that. Now you want to throw in another thing and say, "Do you want Windows or Mac OS?" It's a little bit easier if you have the Mac hardware compared to this. Let them make the choice. And I think at this point, Apple, don't release it. There's no need to. If you're about to file for bankruptcy, then maybe. The other users, is it because you can't get iMovie or iWork? Maybe Apple needs to release a Windows version. I have heard rumors that they are working on that. Maybe that'll happen. This is it for the video. Please comment. Please keep it clean. And I'll try to respond to any comments, and I'll delete any comments that I just feel are rude. Thank you.